From Inlow Field here in Evansville, it's week 6 of high school football here on IndianaSRN. It is the Memorial Tigers taking on the Bosse Bulldogs. Today's Tigers football broadcast is brought to you by Memorial High School, Rocca Bar Pizza, Carreso Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lansing Showroom. Tigers football is also brought to you by Mel K, Mechanical, Electrical, Plumbing, Ivy Tech Evansville, Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Well, it's still raining. It was raining all yesterday and this morning here in Evansville, but not as windy. Mike Scavar, a little bit better to play today. Still wet for week 6 here. The 5-0 Tigers taking on the 0-5 Bosse Bulldogs. And if you're a person of routine, that routine got messed up this week, a little Saturday football.
And a lot of these coaches, they don't like it, but I think as cooler heads prevailed and not having it, not only was it the rain, but the wind and all the other festivities. It was supposed to be homecoming. They moved that to next week's ball game. It's a home game against Wrights. So a lot of activities being switched around. Of course, the big Booster Club event, the steak night, going on at the high school will be inside. Starts at 6 o'clock. We encourage everyone to go to that tonight, get a great meal, and great camaraderie for Memorial.
This is the Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. So the matchup here this afternoon is the 5-0 Tigers taking on the 0-5 Bulldogs. And Mike, last week for Memorial, another convincing win, 45-8 at Harrison.
It's a ball game where, throughout the year, Jevin, when you look at how Memorial's offense has done, in fact, in 3A, their offense is in the top 10 in scoring in the state of Indiana. And they've had the starting unit offensively and defensively play none or partial of 7 different quarters. And they scored on 6 of their first 7 possessions. The week before, they scored on their first 6.
We'll talk more in depth about Bosse here shortly, but they're 0-5 on the season. Last year, this was a tight game. It came down to the final play. Memorial won 27-26. That was when Elijah Wagner was a senior quarterback. Now they have a freshman quarterback in Aiden Boyd, maybe going through some growing pains, but a guy that head coach Stephen Mullins likes for their future. Yeah,
you're right. 27-26, and with 15 seconds to go, Wagner throws a 63-yard touchdown pass. They go for 2. It does not convert, and the Tigers were able to come away with that victory. So they have athletes. And, they've had struggles in the past. They lost a great senior class as far as numbers and players. But Coach Mullen has got this team at least playing hard and an opportunity for a way to come away with a win. But they'll have to play a very good game.
We'll take our first break here on our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. It's the 5-0 Tigers, the 0-5 Bulldogs kickoff coming up at 11 o'clock on IndianaSRN.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rocca Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rocca Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rocca Bar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Back inside Inlow Field, a few Tiger fans waiting for kickoff here for week 6. They're all huddled up underneath the covering here at Inlow Field on a rainy Saturday with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin, and give a quick shout out to Rockabar Pizza. They are always our post-game player of the game, but they're our pregame player of the game because they provided some great pizza before kickoff today, and even went with a breakfast pizza variety too.
You can't get any better than Nick Herman, and not only that, they've got the game on at the Rockabar. So if you're at home watching, head out the door and go to the Rockabar and have a great lunch. Enjoy the game.
Let's take a look at our head coach comparison for this Week 6 matchup for the Tigers. Longtime head coach John Hurley in the 17th season. On the Bosse sideline, Mike, it is Stephen Mola, who is in his 4th year.
Both of these coaches come away with opportunities. Coach Mullen, a Wrights grad, Coach Hurley, a Memorial grad. And in this contest, Mullen is 0-4. They played twice in 2022. Hurley 18-2 since taking over in 2008. As both of these coaches have good opportunities here. Hurley 142-70, winning as coach at Memorial. As Coach Mullen looking for his 8th win against 29 losses.
Our player profiles today are brought to you by Merle Norman Studio. Come visit Natalie and Kelsey Pence, owners of the Merle Norman Studio. They specialize in creating customized skincare and makeup routines to fit each person's individual needs. Plus, they have a great selection of clothing, handbags, jewelry, and other accessories. The Merle Norman Studio is located in Evansville at 507 North Greenville Road. Call them at 812-476-0657. Our first player we highlight on the Tigers side is senior, and that is Robert Campbell.
Robert Campbell, a very versatile defensive lineman. Coach Hurley talks about. He gives them the depth and can play multiple positions. A very dependable, contributing senior. Each successful team usually has 3, 4, 5 seniors who are just contributing, doing well, being there for practice, and certainly being able to become in the game. Coach Hurley calls them program players. They add to the program, they add to the success, and Robert Campbell is certainly that.
Our second player for the Tigers is another senior, 65, Matthew Hawkins.
Matthew Hawkins looking to get some playing time at the beginning of the year, was slowed by injury. He was injured over the summer and missed a lot of the practice. He's missed some playing time, missed the first few games, but he is back now. He, along with Campbell, providing that depth. Not only does Matthew Hawkins give defensive line depth, but on the offensive line, as he can go in there and spell some of those guys. A very physical player, Coach Hurley talks about. Very strong, good strength. 1,000-point club and 1,000-point club, Jevin. They go through different weightlifting stations, and they earn points. And earn 1,000, you have to be pretty good. And Matthew Hawkins is certainly that for the senior.
We switch to the Bosse Bulldogs side, and we touched on him last segment, but their freshman quarterback is Aiden Boyd.
Boyd, just a freshman, as you said, but he's also first year playing organized football, and he has come out well. He took over the starting lineup for Landon Lloyd as a quarterback 2 games ago, and has thrown for almost 500 yards. Coach Mullen really likes him. Very coachable. He has good size and speed, and his greatest asset, according to Coach Mullen, the great understanding of what we're trying to accomplish in the Bosse program. He reminds him a lot of former quarterback Elijah Wagner, and when you do that, you've got some good things.
And our final player spotlight is Landon Lloyd, the 6'3 senior, now wide receiver.
Lloyd, he's one of those guys that does it all. He's captain, a 2-year starter. In fact, Coach Mullen says anytime the officials need to talk to a player, he says he points over to number 7. You talk to them. Plays not only the wide receiver, one of their top tacklers, inside linebacker, a leader on both sides of the ball. You're going to see number 7 a lot and talk about him a lot. He is the coach on the field for the Bosse Bulldogs.
Our head coach and player profiles are brought to you by the Merle Norman Studio. Come visit Natalie and Kelsey Pence, owners of the Merle Norman Studio. They specialize in creating customized skincare and makeup routines to fit each person's individual needs. Plus, they have a great selection of clothing, handbags, jewelry, and other accessories. The Merle Norman Studio is located in Evansville at 507 North Greenville Road. Call them at 812-476-0657. We are less than 10 minutes away from kickoff. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups plus Mike's keys to the game here on IndianaSRN.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language and disorderly conduct is unacceptable.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Wrights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
Back in our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups, which are presented by Weicker Realtors, the Schultz Group. First, we'll start with a 5-0 Tigers offense that is averaging just over 38 points per game.
Bosse, Jevin runs a 4-4 defense, 8-man in the box, so the offensive line key there. Your tackles, Parker Mattingly and Bryant Carr, Xander App, and Andrew Jones at the guards, and Jaden Probst. They're going to certainly need to be able to hold their blocks with this weather in the run game if the passing game cannot be efficient.
And we will step aside for today's national anthem. We'll come back with the Tigers defense plus the Bosse offensive defense, and then the kickoff between the Tigers and Bulldogs here on IndianaSRN.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft.
I believe in building a community.
And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Inching closer to kickoff here at Enlow Field on IndianaSRN with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond, and we were talking about the Tigers starting lineups. We've covered the offense. Now we switch to the defense. Had a couple of interceptions last week at Harrison. They're giving up just over 9 points per game.
Nice job on all three levels of the defensive line, linebackers, and safety. But that defensive line, you're looking at Queso Jean and Quentin Merkel at the defensive ends, Connor Hoare and Brady Combs starting defensive line. You're going to see, hopefully, for the Memorial defense putting pressure on the quarterback, because the Bosse Bulldogs, even despite the rain, they like to throw the football. So the pressure on the front four, of course, always very active linebackers and secondaries you talked about, especially last week.
You mentioned the Bosse offense. They like to throw the football. What else can we expect from this Bulldog starting 11?
Well, Aiden Boyd, we talked about him in our feature player profile, just a freshman. We'll see how he adjusts. Antonio Floyd, when they do have a running back, he's one of their main rushers. He's averaging about 4 to 5 yards carrying the football. You'll have 4 different receivers, but when you look at Tavon Burns, Jahari Abbas, Zion Black, Mariko Bennett, and Michael Green, the offensive line, that's going to be key to give protection and the running lanes.
And for the Bosse defense, a big test for them against this Tigers offense.
The linebackers are very active. Canuta Jones-Brown, Landon Lloyd, Antonio Floyd, and Kamara Cooper. They're not only going to have to be able to stop the run, but any short passing that they're going to be doing, if they can drop into the passing zones and try to disrupt that passing game, if the Tigers go to it, could be a tough task for the Bosse defense here this afternoon.
Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Weichert Realtors, the Schultz Group. Well, all the SIC games got moved to today as well, and this is the earliest start of them all. Harrison will be at Vincennes at 12 noon. North is hosting Monterey also at 12 o'clock. And later on today, it'll be Castle at Wrights at 3 o'clock, Jasper at Central at 3 o'clock, and keeping our eyes on that Castle-Wrights game, which has big SIC implications. And, of course, the Tigers will be at home against Wrights next Friday.
It'll be an interesting matchup, but first things first here. And just when you compare last night's weather to this morning's weather, it's better. Let's put it that way. It's been a steady rain. It's been a steady rain since everyone woke up this morning, but I think a steady rain. When you're playing the synthetic turf, can you imagine in the old Enlow days without the synthetic turf, we would not be able to recognize the numbers after the first quarter. At least here today we can do that. And not only the synthetic turf, this is the second version here at Enlow Field. And so a great opportunity to play football in this type of atmosphere, and ought to be a good one as keeping the ball dry is going to be paramount here today.
That wraps up our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive. On the west side, the Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Captains will make their way out to the midfield stripe, and for today's coin toss, our officiating crew, the white hat is Joe Rutledge, with the crew of Brian Holtz, Dustin Smith, Jeff Schlichting, and Jonathan Merchant.
Well, it'll be an interesting ball game here as the captains go out for Bosse fellows Brown, Lloyd, and Floyd for the Memorial Tigers. You've got going out will be Fisher, Elsperman, along with Broshears and Mattingly, as both of these teams getting ready to play. Memorial Tigers in their blue. They're being dressed in blue. There's our home game. Bosse, even there's our home field, will be dressed in white, as the Memorial Tigers and the Bosse Bulldogs here in a Southern Indiana Athletic Conference game, not only in the state of Indiana, in southern Indiana, but games up in the central part as well were postponed, as this ball game here today will put us 2/3 through the regular season, with the all-important sectional draw being Sunday, October 13th.
Looks like there's a bit of a delay because our white hat is down at the 25-yard line to our right behind the Tigers sideline. They're maybe trying to fix a patch in the turf, so a little bit of a slight delay before the kickoff here, week 6 between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. Let's step aside for our final break. Kickoff is next on IndianaSRN.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rock-A-Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rock-A-Bar Pizza. Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life.
I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Captain's meeting at the midfield stripe for today's coin toss, and we are just a couple minutes away from kickoff with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redmond here on IndianaSRN. The Tigers won the toss. They defer to the second half, which is per usual for head coach John Hurley. Bulldogs get the football first. And Mike, before we get away here this afternoon, some really sad news last Sunday with the Tiger community, plus the Evansville community with the passing of Clint Keon. Was involved in a one-car accident on Sunday, and really a big loss. He was a great athlete, but also very impactful with the community.
Not only active in the community in athletics, but non-athletic activities as well. He'll be sorely missed. Benevolent player, I guess benevolent I think is a great word. Of course, athletic ability, 3-sport athlete, certainly one of the best basketball players, an all-star in that right, but played football, just varsity football, just 2 years. And when he finished, he was actually in the top 25 in receivers, a great baseball player, part of that American Legion State team, as Michael Green, also one of the captains for Bosse out there. Well, we're about ready for football in a drizzle, and Inlow Field, Memorial Tigers, Pete Barrett to kick off here this morning.
66 degrees at kickoff as well.
Barrett is in his season this year has 8 kickoff for touchbacks.
Low kick right to the 10-yard line. Bulldogs on the return, slipping a bit on that turf and going down past the 20-yard line is LaTroy Savage. We'll see that a few times, I'm sure. A lot of slipping and sliding on the wet turf. They spotted the 22-yard line. Now we're going to see the Bosse offense, who through the first 5 weeks is averaging about 7 points per game. And their freshman quarterback is Aiden Boyd. He's 6'1", 195 pounds.
And defensively, the Tigers only giving up 9.4 points, starting on the left hash mark. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Not a lot of fumbles for the Memorial Tigers and Bosse on the season so far, but with this weather conditions, we might see that as they go empty backfield. Boyd there with 5 receivers set.
First offensive play of the game is a quick pass to the far side. It's caught by Antonio Floyd Jr., and he's quickly engulfed by several blue jerseys. It'll go for a loss of a couple on the first pitch and catch of the game.
Rocheers and along with Merkel. Also out there was Joseph Hinkie. They'll move it to -1.
Loss of a yard. This Tigers defense came in with 31 tackle for losses through 5 weeks. Again, they're allowing just 9.5 points per game. Same formation for Boyd and crew on 2nd and 11. Boyd looking near side, spins it out here. Pass was almost picked off by Connor O'Donohue. The junior linebacker, if he could have hauled that in, would have had 6 for the Tigers. Instead, it's 3rd and 11.
Their offense for Bosse, Jevin, a lot of short passes. We've seen that here in the first 2 plays. Not only that, but due to the fact because of the weather, you're not going to see a lot of probably passes downfield a lot, at least for Bosse we've seen so far. So incomplete pass brings a 3rd and long.
Tigers defense had a couple of interceptions last week at Harrison. They have 5 total this year, almost had 6 there. It is 3rd and 11. Now Boyd out of the gun, has one of his teammates to his right hip. They put Lloyd in motion, left to right. Coming near side, this is Floyd Jr. He tries to squeeze through before he is taken down the 25-yard line. First positive play of the game for Bosse. Gets them 3 yards, but it's 4th and 8, and the Bulldogs will have to punt.
Yeah, Gene along with Brashears on the stop. So drive starts on the 22. They'll mark it at the 24.
Return man for the Tigers on this punt is Luke Elsterman. Tigers should get it in a pretty good field position. But now Bosse's offense lines up as if they're going to go for it. Therefore, Elsterman has to come up and play defense. They're staring at a 4th and 8 on the first offensive drive of the game.
Well, we anticipated a punt formation, but it's not.
They throw it to the far side. Pass is caught shy of the 30-yard line by Darian Fellows Jr. Short of the first down marker. They're about 4 yards shy, so the Bulldogs do not punt. They go for it, the turnover on downs, and the Tigers set up very nicely for their first drive of the game.
Well, I think the weather conditions might have had something to do with that, as O'Donohue along with Jalen Carter. So great field position for the Memorial Tigers. Defense does their job.
So the Tiger offense will start inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Matthew Fisher, the 6'3 senior quarterback, goes under center. Handoff Kendrick. He starts middle of the field and slips a bit as he's taken down the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 for the 5'9 junior Kendrick, who is coming in averaging just over 8 yards per carry.
4 down linemen, 4 active linebackers, 3 in the secondary, and Memorial will look maybe to keep it on the ground. 2 backs in the backfield. We got Landon Horning, the blocking back, offset to the left.
Fisher moving to his left. Pump fakes a couple of times. Now he sets, throws it in zone, leaping catch, and it is caught for a Tiger touchdown. On play number 2, it's Fisher to Luke Dockery, who has his 3rd touchdown catch of the year. This one a 25-yard strike.
Nice job there as they roll to the left with the quarterback Fisher. And as he does so, he directs traffic. He looked like Dockery was going to run an inside curl route, but he told him to go long, and he throws it over the head of the defender. And just like that, the Tigers get on the board.
We're used to quick scores for the Tigers. Last week against Harrison, they had 3 scoring drives that were quicker than 40 seconds. On for the PAT is Pate Barrett, 22 for 23 on the year. And he connects, so a turnover on downs plus a 25-yard touchdown pass. 7-0 Tigers early first quarter.
Carezzo Landscape has provided landscape services to customers in the Evansville area for over 20 years. The company started small in the late 1990s and has grown to where it is today because of a devoted effort to provide quality and personable service. The goal of our staff is to consistently meet and exceed our customers' expectations while adding value to each property we visit. Call us today at 812-853-6868 for all your landscape needs.
Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the company. Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire.
Tigers score first. It is 7-0. Pate Barrett will squib one that is skipping and rolling inside the 10. Bosse tried to pick it up, and the ball hops out of bounds. Bulldogs be backed up inside the 10. But Memorial scores on Matthew Fisher, 25-yard touchdown pass to Luke Dockery. Mentioned it was Luke's third touchdown catch of the year. For Fisher, that is touchdown pass number 15. It was a two-play, 29-yard drive in just 37 seconds, brought to you by Simplicity Furniture.
I'm sure Coach Mullen, when he talked to his receiving core on the kickoff, said when the ball gets that close to the out of bounds, you just kind of let it go, because now it's going to start inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 7-yard line, and instead of being at the 35.
Aiden Boyd out of the shotgun. Antonio Floyd Jr. to his left. Boyd's going to pass, dancing in the pocket under some pressure, takes off running, and he was greeted by a couple of Tigers.
Connor Hoare also in there for Memorial was Brady Combs. So gained actually a yard on the play.
By the way, that last scoring drive for the Tigers was brought to you by Simplicity Furniture, located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Kozlett and also his father, Pat. They do say gain of a yard. It's 2nd and 9 from their own 7. They really load up the left side with 4 different wide receivers. Boyd, the freshman, takes a waist-high snap. Quick pass over there is fumbled, dropped. Was it a backward pass? It was. Scooped up by the Tigers and returned for a touchdown. That is Joseph Hickey on the scoop and score.
Yeah, that's a lateral pass out into the left flat. It's like a long handoff on a run situation. And with the ball at the 8, he throws it back to the 2. And Hinkey, actually probably at the 3-yard line, Hinkey, a fumble recovery, and the Tigers get 6 more.
Well, that's a 6th turnover the Tigers defense has forced. Although that one was kind of gifted to them. But for Hickey now, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and he has himself a touchdown. Pate Barrett on for the PAT to try to make it 14-0 Tigers here still in the first quarter. Simon Schultz is the holder. Gets it down, and the kick is good. 14-zip for the Tigers here on IndianaSRN.
Licensed Sports Official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, the Tigers offense has ran 2 plays, but they lead at 14-0. It was a touchdown pass from Fisher to Dockery. Now a fumble return on a backward pass that was bobbled by one of the Bulldogs receivers. Scooped up by the Tigers' Joseph Hickey. Officially a 3-yard fumble return, and it's 14-0 Memorial. Here's the kickoff from Pate Barrett.
Believe it or not, we're in game 6, and that's the first fumble recovery the defense have had all season.
6 total turnovers forced. Bosse had a hard time on the last return. This is Darian Fellows Jr., who takes it to the 25-yard line. Well, today's broadcast is brought to you by Wrights Memorial High School. They're in their 100th year, providing an environment where God inspires, they educate, and students thrive. You can join them in their year-long celebration by checking out their website at wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
Well, spot the ball, return from the 20 to the 26-yard line. And Memorial leads in the all-time series, Jevon, 70-33-5. Coach Hurley 18-2, Coach Mullen 0-4 against each other.
They've got Floyd Jr. in motion, left to right. He has it in trouble in the backfield, and it is Alex Broshears who finishes off for the Tigers defense. That's a big tackle for loss.
Now goes from the 26. Tried to avoid a couple of tacklers. Looked like he was hit and stopped, but he was able to break free. And Broshears on the follow-up tackle, a tackle for loss of 8 yards.
Moves it back to the 18-yard line. 2nd and long. 4.5 minutes gone here in quarter number 1. This is the 3rd drive for Bosse. Had a turnover on downs and also a fumble that went for a Tiger touchdown. Pass from Boyd, had to get rid of it quickly. He does to the far side. Received by Darian Fellows Jr. Short gain, if any.
Joseph Hinkie, who got the fumble recovery, was right there. Again, that was another backwards pass, Jevin. That was actually more of a run than it was a pass. As a result, they lose yardage again as well. About a yard.
Third down and long.
Yeah, they don't get the first down. I'm not sure if the weather conditions or their punter, Coach Mullen doesn't want him punting, but in any case, we'll have to see what this play brings.
In the pocket, in trouble is Boyd. Down goes the freshman. The Tigers defense with their 5th sack of the year. And it's 4.5 mile.
Robert Campbell, one of our player profile guys, along with Brady Combs, gets the quarterback sack.
And now looks like Bosse will call a timeout, so we'll take one with them here on IndianaSRN.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
4th and 25 for Bosse as they are pinned back at their own 10. 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Tigers. We saw Bosse go for it at their own 25-yard line on their last drive.
Antonio Floyd Jr. standing on his goal line to punt it away.
He does. Not a bad kick on a line. Scooped up at the 40. Fumbled a bit. And a good job by J.J. Lowry to fall back on it. At the 44-yard line, Tigers offense will take over the 14-0 lead.
11, Antonio Floyd Jr. for about 40 yards. Tigers ball, the 44-yard line.
So only be the 3rd offensive play for the Tigers. And senior quarterback Matthew Fisher, who came in completing 67% of his passes, just over 1,000 yards, now has 15 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the year. Under center, Fisher with Kendrick in the backfield. His 2nd carry of the game. Got hit in the backfield, and he will get dropped for a loss of 2 at the 46-yard line.
Good penetration that time by Darian Fellows Jr. He comes in on the left defensive side, meets Kendrick in the backfield, as Dillon was able to get in a couple of yards extra, but still it's a tackle for loss. Beats his man and comes in as the Memorial Tigers with 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Kendrick single back in the backfield.
On play action, Fisher moves away from pressure, sets his feet, throws deep down the field. 101 coverage. It is caught by Elsterman, who will walk in for a 46-yard touchdown. That is Elsterman's 7th touchdown catch of the year and the 16th touchdown pass of Fisher. Another 2-play drive and a score for Memorial.
Yeah, just really a 2-man pattern. They line up Elsperman, bottom of your screen, streaks down the field. Fisher waves him down, runs an inside post, throws it over to the defender, and Elsperman able to get it into the end zone. 2 passes, 2 touchdowns for the Tigers. Barrett the extra point.
He's 2 for 2 on PATs today, and he is now 3 for 3. 21-0 Tigers, and just about 6 minutes gone.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
.21 Tigers in front, middle of the first quarter. Pate Barrett, who has been busy in the first 6 minutes, drills one to the end zone for a touchback. Tigers 2 plays, 44 yards in 47 seconds. Luke Elsperman hauls in a 46-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Fisher, his 7th of the year. For Elsperman, that's a 16th touchdown pass for Fisher. And it's 21 zip. That is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture.
Yeah, both of those really not a lot of pressure on the pass. Fisher is able to direct some traffic with his receiver and hit him right on the numbers.
Bosse offense still searching for their first down of the game. Boyd to throw, spins it, caught. Shy of the 25-yard line, hard collision. Joseph Hickey came in and popped Bosse's LaTroy Savage. It is a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Hickey very active so far. He's already returned one fumble for a touchdown. Gets a tackle there.
2nd and 6. Boyd's been accurate with his passing, just nothing extremely deep down the field. Here's a wobbly attempt to the far side, incomplete toward Darian Fellows Jr.
Pass incomplete.
3rd down.
About 6 for the Bulldogs.
Well, Tigers fans, a reminder to continue the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics by joining and supporting the Booster Club. Coming up tonight is their annual steak night at the school. Great food and fellowship. You can like them on Facebook for more Booster Club information.
3rd down and long, certainly a passing situation. They'll go 4 receivers to the bottom of the screen, Jevin, 1 to the top, empty backfield, 4-man rush. They'll drop 7 defensively.
They need 6 for a first down. Boyd will try to run. Spinning, and he gets to the 29-yard line. He was able to pick up 4 or 5 yards there. It is 4th and short. I think we know what Bosse will do here, considering they've gone for it once in this area of the field.
Or O'Donohue rather, and Broshears and Campbell.
Bulldogs need a yard to pick up their first down.
They'll bring in a goal line. They'll bring in Matthew Fisher, or Matthew Hawkins come in there.
Floyd Jr. is in the backfield. He'll be a blocker for the quarterback, Aiden Boyd, the freshman fighting for the first down. He's right at the stick at the 30-yard line.
Right there by Broshears, and we'll see where they mark it. He's short, and the Tigers will get the football.
White hat looking at it, and looks like we'll have a measurement. That ball is just in front of the 30. Well, you would think with where they spotted the ball, if they started at exactly the 20, the 30 would be the first down. So
I've heard it again, the urban legend where one team had 2 5-yard defensive penalties, and they measured for the first down, and it was short. So anything's capable. Well, maybe those lines aren't correct.
I mean, considering it was a touchback, though, I wouldn't think you need to measure, but
we might have history in the making here.
It is short.
So twice on downs. They keep Bosse from picking up their first down, and Memorial will get the ball. 1st and 10 from the Bosse 29.
We want to thank Kipley's. They are our SIAC scoreboard sponsor. They're located on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Join them before or after the game for great food and fun. And as far as our SIAC scoreboard, well, this is the only game going right now. A couple at 12 noon and then 2 more games at 3 o'clock today. Only other game in the area that was underway with us at 11 o'clock is outside of the city. Mount Vernon and Boonville playing at 11. This drive starts from the 29. It is Kendrick skipping his way through the middle. He lunges forward to the 24-yard line to pick up a 5.
Knocking him down, Landon Lloyd from inside, but not after he picks up about 5.
Kendrick came in 40 carries for 331 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns.
I formation. Landon Horning.
And it's Kendrick again off right tackle, cuts back inside, being tugged from behind on his jersey. And he's undercut past the first down marker. He picked up 6, and they're inside the red zone.
Timothy Wilkerson along with Jaleel Van Dyke.
That red zone is brought to you by Weichert Realtors, the Schultz Group. They've been supporting the Tigers and Southwest Indiana's real estate needs for over 50 years. Give them a call if you are looking to buy or sell.
Tigers might just keep it on the ground here, this possession, Jevin.
They do here with Kendrick. He moves left side, turns the corner to the 10. Kendrick stays in bound the 5, and he is into the end zone, I believe. Yes, touchdown Tigers.
19 yards.
19-yard score for Dylan Kendrick. That's his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Tigers score on 3 plays to make it 27-0.
Nice job. As you watch here, they'll run it through the middle. Then Kendrick will bounce outside and use his speed. Gets a nice block from Elsperman and gets into the end zone. The Tigers get 6 more.
Number 7,
2 plays, now 3 plays as Baird's on for his 4th PAT. Fisher threw for the first 2 touchdowns. Defense had a scoop and score. Kendrick makes it 28-0 after the Barrett PAT here on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
We have another Simplicity Furniture scoring drive for the Tigers. 3 plays, 29 yards in 39 seconds. Dylan Kendrick with a 19-yard scamper into the end zone. 28-0 Memorial. Simplicity Furniture there at 1309 North Green River Road, Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Coslin and his father, Pat. Barrett had a touchback his last time. End over and kick will be returned inside the 5 for the Bulldogs. This is Dre Fellows. Fellows, a decent return out past the 20, the 25-yard line. Cressel Landscape has been serving the Evansville, Newburgh, and surrounding communities for over 20 years for all of your landscaping installation and maintenance. If you are not satisfied with your lawn or landscaping, contact Cressel at 812-853-6868 or go online, Cressel.com.
Jackson Bryant, one of the special team guys. Bosse will set up shop, 1st and 10 from their own 25.
They turned over on downs their last drive. They were stopped on a 4th and 1. They were just a couple of inches short. And we have a flag that flies and a penalty against Bosse.
Procedure call.
We were talking about the SIAC scores earlier, with this being the only game right now. But, of course, Mike, we have some college football going on. Indiana is in action, trying to move to 5-0. They're at home against Maryland today. No score in that game, late first quarter.
I think I also heard on the PA that Nebraska and Purdue are scoreless as well up in West Lafayette.
That game late in the first quarter as well. Here's a quick pass to the near side. It is caught by Savage, and then he is punished by several Tiger tacklers, a loss of a yard.
Coming up was Wes Kelly along with Alex Brashear. Actually lost a couple.
2nd and 16, clock moving, 3.5 to go in the first quarter.
I guess one.
This Bosse team last week got beat at home against North 34-8. They almost picked up a win week 2 against Central. Here's a pass to Darian Fellows Jr., and he can go nowhere. Brashears and O'Donohue, the top 2 tacklers on this Tigers defense, makes the stop. Now the loss 3rd and long, but the game I was talking about was week 2 against Central here at home. They lost on a touchdown inside of 30 seconds. Central won the game 15-14.
Bring up a 3rd down. They mark it at the 16 of the Bulldogs. As we get under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. And again on the Greer's Flooring America 812-471-0400 scoreboard. Memorial, as you can see, all ahead 28-0.
Boyd moving, flips it out in the flat. Pass is caught by Floyd Jr. He squirms the 20-yard line. The ball also squirms out of his hands. The Tigers have their second fumble recovery. And the offense will be set up on the doorstep of the red zone.
Hit there, as you can see, bottom of their screen. Throw it out in the right flat. Cuts back. About 3 blue jerseys. The ball squirts out before his knee hits as Connor O'Donohue gets the fumble recovery.
For the Tigers defense, that's a 7th turnover they have forced for O'Donohue, his first fumble. And Fisher turns around, hands off to Landon Horning, who lined up as the running back. Typically he's your fullback, but Horning, the 5'7" senior, who averages about 6 yards per carry, gets a couple there at 2nd down.
And Memorial looking for their 5th touchdown here, and we're still in the first quarter.
Every drive has been quicker than 50 seconds. 28-0. Fisher will hand off. First call to Gene Imony. He stays on his feet. Coming near side. Tough running by Imony before he's slung out of bounds. The 5'7" sophomore with an aggressive carry there. Sets up 3rd and short.
Antonio Floyd finally runs him out of bounds.
Tigers number 21, Gene Imony.
We've seen Imony quite a bit late in games of blowouts as we have a stoppage here. Imony, the sophomore, came in 26 carries for 118 yards and 1 touchdown. That touchdown came in the Mater Dei game late 2 weeks ago. He sets up 3rd and 2 from the 12. Tigers back inside the Weikert Realtors Schultz Group red zone. Horning, the running back. Imony, the fullback here.
Tight end left. 2 receivers, top of the screen.
Fisher hands off to Horning, and he is tracked down in the backfield at the 15-yard line. A loss of 2 or 3 yards there. Good penetration by the Bulldogs defense.
Timothy Wilkerson along with Antonio Floyd Jr. So that'll set up a 4th down. Tigers will go for it. Again, this entire ball game has been played in the Bosse half end of the field.
4th and 5. Fisher has thrown for 2 touchdowns today. One to Dockery, another one to Elsperman. And on 4th and 5, he'll pass here, dumps it off in the flat. It's caught by Imony, and he's tugged down for another loss. Good defensive sequence there by the Bosse defense as they force a turnover on downs.
Landon Lloyd, Timothy Wilkerson, who's been very active, comes up with the tackle for loss, and twice Bosse's offense has been stopped on downs. The defense returns the favor as they'll get the ball 1st and 10 on their own 19.
There's 55 seconds left in this first quarter, so a positive sequence for Bosse there. Now we'll see if their offense can find some traction. Still yet to pick up a first down today. Boyd in the pocket, spins it across the middle. It's picked off. Tigers will get it right back on the INT from the senior Alex Broshears. That's his first interception of the year. And for the Tigers defense, that's their 6th of the season, their 3rd takeaway today.
Looks like he's going to look for something over the middle. The middle linebacker drops to the right, picks it up on the 25-yard line. And another takeaway for the Tigers.
So Tigers get a second crack at it here in this area of the field after they turn over on downs. Here is the fullback Horning. He squeezes through and he will score untouched. Landon Horning, but we have a flag back here at the line of scrimmage. It is a hold against Memorial. So wipe away Horning's 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
First penalty against Memorial.
And that'll back it up to the 30-yard line. So it looks like it'll be 1st and about 16.
Holding on the Tigers.
It's the first flag. Well, Bosse had one penalty, didn't they?
Yes.
So one penalty each side.
I guess it's nighttime somewhere. Yeah, Memorial defense come away with 3 takeaways already here.
They go back to the fullback. That is Imony. He trots forward to the 28. Pickup of 2. That play should take us to the end of the first quarter. The game clock is ahead of the play clock. Memorial will get up to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if they snap it before the quarter ends. Down to 10 seconds. Fisher out of the gun. Imony moves to his left hip.
3 receivers down to the bottom of your screen.
They run one more play here. Fisher sets in the pocket, spins one far sideline. They have him beat. Another touchdown. This one goes to Luke Dockery, his 2nd of the day.
28 yards.
Beautiful ball by Fisher, his 3rd touchdown pass. He has 17 on the season.
They go strong side lift, and it's one-on-one coverage to the top of your screen. Look for Dockery. Takes one step, tries to release it from the defender. Fisher hangs it up there, and Dockery catches it high. And the Tigers looking for their 35th point on the extra point try by Pate Barrett.
Low snap. Good job by Schultz to get it down. Kick is good, and that is the end of the first quarter. 35-0 Tigers.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
1 quarter complete, 35-0 Tigers, as Luke Dockery has his second touchdown catch of the game. Matthew Fisher, his third touchdown pass. It's a 3-play, 28-yard drive in 50 seconds. Believe it or not, their longest scoring drive of the game. And the touchdown pass to Dockery was 28 yards. 35-0, and keep in mind, though, with the running clock, that doesn't apply until the second half.
Barrett's got at least one touchback, kicking it deep. We'll switch sides now. A kick from south to north, a little squib kick.
And just falling on it is Bosse's Darian Fellows Jr.
Again, Bosse coming in, they've won 4 sectionals in their school history, starting in 1924, 1988, 90, 95, and 2010. Never won a regional or memorial. 17 sectionals, 7 out of the last 8. Coach Hurley has won 10 of those. And we had a good chance to see Coach Hall of Fame Ralph Weinzappel up here at Bosse, just coming and say hi. Always great to see Coach.
First play of this drive from the 20 was going to be a pass. Instead, Boyd takes off running up the middle, and he's able to carve out a couple of yards.
And we had both of our player profile guys make tackles, Robert Campbell and Matthew Hawkins, and they're making the tackles. We ever had that happen before? I'm not sure. Glad we picked those guys.
Making us look good, right?
Picked those guys.
Making you look good, yeah.
Yeah. Good to see both those guys up there. Good to see Matthew getting in there, some playing time after starting the season on the sideline due to an injury.
Boyd, this was a design quarterback run, and he sprints the 25, able to gain 2. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And Alex Brashear, as we say his name a lot defensively, one of those sideline guys. And just looking at his stats coming in here, he came into this game career-wise 352 tackles. And he's already garnered a few here in this ball game.
3rd and 5 after back-to-back runs by Boyd.
Got some size, got some speed. Not bad for the freshman. He's got a good future here at Bosse.
Drops back to pass. Sliding to his right, and he is brought down from behind. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. His arm was going forward. Pressure got to him. And it'll be 4th and 5. Looked like it was Robert Campbell again who was pursuing him from behind. Almost a fumble, but his arm was going forward.
So Bosse will come in and punt it away.
Normally we see Elsherman that will return punts, but it'll be J.J. Lowry here. Lowry, fumbled his last return, but was able to recover it. Here's a low snap. High kick pops straight up in the air. Fair catch called by Lowry. Tigers back away from it. It takes a memorial bounce and is finally down at the 43-yard line.
18-yard punt, no return, so Memorial will come back on offense.
Well, if you need a new front door, Lansing Home Showroom sells and installs a wide variety of exterior doors. Learn more at lansingHomeShowroom.com. Lansing Home Showroom, a proud sponsor of Tigers football here on IndianaSRN.
Looks like we got some fresh guys in the backfield there.
We've seen Imony and Horning carry the ball a few times the last drive. They line up here behind Fisher. Horning the running back. Imony is the fullback. It is Horning. Off right tackle. Try to elude one man, but not a second. Free there by Kamar Cooper, senior linebacker. Gain of a yard.
Henry Fields, good pressure in there as Imony was able to skip away. Tigers might keep this one on the ground for a while.
Fisher's already thrown 3 touchdown passes today. Tigers have scored on all but one drive. They're going to pitch it near side. Horning looking for a lead block. Oh, hard collision. The Tigers sideline at the 43-yard line. Landon Lloyd, the linebacker, came full head of steam with also Horning. Hear that pop from up here. Gain of roughly 5. It's 3rd and short.
Yeah, Landon Lloyd, another one of our player profiles here today. Coach Mullins, and again, one of the leaders on the field for Bosse, and showed that right there. Comes up and delivers a blow. Ball goes out of bounds. No, I say he was inbounds. Clock still running.
It's officially 3rd and 5. Tigers break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Fisher gets up under center. And he will pass here on 3rd and 5. Heaves one far side looking for a new target. And coming back and making the catch is Max Anslinger in double coverage. What a grab by the junior Max Anslinger as he was being draped by a couple of Bosse defenders. They're actually going to say it's incomplete, that it hit the turf. But there is pass interference against Bosse, which will give the Tigers a 1st down. Here's a look at it again.
Fisher throws it up there. And, yep, he got draped there.
I don't know if it ever hit the turf or not.
I think the guys in the stripes are a little closer than you and I, but in any case, it's a 1st down either way. 1st down by penalty. So that'll keep the drive alive.
Regardless, it was a heck of an effort by Anslinger to come back and try to make that grab. He has 6 catches this year for almost 100 yards and also 2 touchdowns. Here is Horning, head of steam. Spins his way to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Michael Green on the stop. Michael, one of the captains for Bosse. Here, this game starting in the morning. Hard to say that the game started in the morning, 11 o'clock. You know, as if you're just joining us, this game scheduled last evening. All the Southern Indiana athletic games were postponed because of rain.
Horning, bit of a hesitation, and then he just ran right over Kamar Cooper, the linebacker, picking up the 1st down to the 15.
Marjan Schneed, or Marman Shed, comes up with the tackle, but not after he picks up the 1st.
Tigers back inside the Weichert Realtors Schultz Group red zone. 4 minutes gone, 2nd quarter.
Tight end to the right.
This is the fullback, Imony. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a gain of 2. That was play number 6 of this drive, which is by far the longest drive for Memorial today. Before that, it was just 3 plays.
Darian Fellows along with Shed on the stop.
Back to the fullback, Imony. Keeps those feet moving, refusing to go down. And now he is taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line, a pickup of 8. 1st and goal.
Broke a couple tackles that time. Finally hanging on was Floyd Jr. along with Jacob Stammer helps him down. Tigers with a defensive touchdown, 3 touchdown passes, and a rushing looking to get their 2nd on the ground here today.
Good variety. Imony, Horning, they do not have a score yet today. They try to change that here with Horning on the pitch left side. Untouched, touchdown Tigers. 4 yards out. Horning picks up his 3rd rushing score of the year.
Go with an extra blocker to the wide side left. They pitch it. And Horning was able to get into the end zone untouched. As the Tigers have come into this game averaging 38.6, are going to improve on that because they're at 41 now, as Barrett looking to go 6 for 6 on the extra points on the day.
Which he does. 42-0 Tigers, 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. You're watching Tigers football on IndianaSRN.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
$42-0 Tigers, as they have a lengthy drive, at least for their standards. 8 plays, 49 yards, 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Landon Horning gets into the fun, his first rushing touchdown of the game. Tigers, as Mike was talking about, now with 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing, and the defense has a fumble recovery for a score as well. Barrett has a touchback today, this one drifting to the 5. It is returned by LaTroy Savage. And Savage is drilled shy of the 20.
23 on 23. Hinkie, he's one of those guys that gets a lot of special team tackles as well.
And Hinkie is the guy that had that fumble return for a touchdown in the first quarter.
We'll mark it about the 18-yard line. So about a 13-yard return. That return was by LaTroy Savage, as Jevin said. Bosse, am I correct? They don't have a first down yet?
You are correct.
All right.
They were about 3 inches away from picking one up in the first quarter.
That's right.
Boyd's pass way out of bounds.
Around the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins have tied it up with the Indiana Hoosiers 7-7. Michigan is leading Minnesota.
I think Andy Tysing, the PA guy, says it's Maryland and Indiana 7-7.
IU is trying to go to 5-0. First time since when?
Well, for Cignetti, as a new coach, first time ever in school history, but I think since the 1960s.
Thought you'd be on top of it, Mike.
I guess a little lax on my Indiana history.
Here's a pass far side. That's a nice grab over there for a short gain in some traffic, and that is LaTroy Savage.
Gain of 3 on play.
Right there was O'Donohue along with Lowry.
3rd and 7, coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Do have a score outside of the SIAC. Only other game in the area in progress with us. Mount Vernon leads Boonville 21-0 at halftime.
Mount Vernon in the sectional. Inside reverse play.
And it was some tough sledding. Antonio Floyd Jr. A lot of work to get back to line of scrimmage, and it's 4th down.
Donahue on the tack. Good job by the Memorial defense, playing their area, playing their position, alignment and assignment that time, and that'll force another punt situation.
It's almost 12 noon. 2 games will kick off in the city at 12 o'clock. Harrison at Vincennes, Mater Dei at North. Later on today at 3 o'clock, good one at the Bowl. Castle at Wrights, Jasper at Central also at 3 o'clock. Looks like Bosse here on 4th and 6. Will punt it away. Not much of a bounce. Deadens right at the 50-yard line. Thanks to Mel K, a sponsor of Tigers football and IndianaSRN. Mel K for all your commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing needs. At Mel K, big projects, big solutions. Looks like the day is over for Matthew Fisher. They'll go with the backup quarterback in Luke Brown, the 6'3 sophomore. I've seen him a few times throughout the year.
Tigers will start in their worst field position at midfield. This is the first time that the ball has not been in Bosse territory the entire game. And we're at 5:23 to go. here in the first half.
So Brown goes under center. We also have a new running back in there. That is Ellis. He gets his number called, and Ellis able to fight for a yard into Bosse territory at the 49. Drew Ellis is a 6-foot sophomore.
Looks like we have all the reserves in.
That carry, by the way, for Ellis gives him exactly 100 yards on the season, 17 carries.
Nice job breaking a tackle. Initially hit Timothy Wilkerson. Called his name a lot. Like he had a tackle for loss. So Coach Hurley with midway through the second quarter, the varsity offense and probably the varsity defense will possibly sit the rest of the game.
Ellis gets to the initial line of scrimmage before he's tripped up at the 43, a pickup of 6.
We talked on our open that the Memorial offensive defensive starters have missed all or part of 7 quarters coming into this game because of their defensive and offensive prowess. So the Tigers looking to get to the 40 for the first.
3rd and 3. Ellis for a third straight time has no chance. That play was blown up by Landon Lloyd. It's the best defensive play from the Bulldogs today. A loss of 7, and it's 4th and 10.
Let's see what the Tigers decide to do offensively. Again, back to the original line of scrimmage. Great job there coming in. And Coach Mullins has talked about as one of his top players, Landon Lloyd, one of our player profiles, and the Tigers will disdain the punt, but they go, Bulldogs go offsides.
So that'll set up a 4th and 5 now.
Bosse had 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
4th and 5 for the Tigers.
Bit of a hard count there to see if Bosse would jump off sides back-to-back plays. They don't that time. And they will try Ellis again. And I think he's going to be short of the first down.
Yep.
Knee hit at the 41, a pickup of 4, so it is a turnover on downs. Second stop of the day for the Bosse defense.
Appears to be short.
Yeah, Memorial second time they've been stopped on downs.
Turnover on downs. First down, Bulldogs.
Touched on this earlier, but this week was supposed to be homecoming for Memorial. That was supposed to be last night, but with the game postponed to today, homecoming will take place next week. It'll be a big week as Wrights will make the trip across town. Wrights ranked number 2 in Class 4A with the coaches poll. They're also 5-0, playing 4-1 Castle at home today. Quarterback Boyd takes it himself, and he is undercut by O'Donohue after a gain of 2.
Gain of about 2.
Memorial getting a sprinkle of reserves in there defensively. As we move under 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been all Memorial.
And some movement on the left side of that offensive line for Bosse.
Penalty on the play. False start by the Bulldogs.
Third penalty for 15 yards. The Tigers have a 10-yard hold penalty.
Tiger fans are reminded that the concession stands on the visitor side are supported by Memorial families. We appreciate your support.
So that'll bring up a second down and long. And they've got to get to the Memorial 49 to pick up the first. Man in motion.
Boyd fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. And the freshman takes to the 40, a pickup of 3. You're looking at 3rd and 10 now.
Campbell Hawkins, also another reserve defensive lineman, Garrett Hamilton.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Looks like we will have a running clock for the entire second half of the ball game today. Boyd to throw. Quick pitch and catch with LaTroy Savage. Savage takes into Tigers territory. Biggest play of the day for the Bosse offense, all the way inside the 30. A lot of that done after the catch with the legs of LaTroy Savage.
Finally knocked out by Brackett along with Pickerel. As you can see a replay top of the screen, just that quick out pass to the flat, able to outrun a couple of defenders before the first down, and then sprints down the field, and that's the first down of the game for Bosse, and the first time that they are in Tiger territory.
Bosse will have to somewhat watch the clock here. 90 seconds left. They do have 2 timeouts. Boyd to run, and he runs right over a Tiger tackler, stays on his feet, and he runs all the way inside the 10. Best run of the day for the freshman, Aiden Boyd, and the Bulldogs are set up 1st and goal.
Wilson Hinkie finally rolls them down. Back-to-back first downs, one by the pass, one by the run. And they're in the red zone.
Clock starts to move again with 1:15 to go.
They'll go strong formation to the left.
Quarterback will run. He falls his blocker, and he is stopped at the 5. It's a gain of a yard.
Your choice of about 4 or 5 different blue jerseys.
Longest drive of the day for Bosse. That was play number 6.
It started on their own 41 when they stopped the Tigers on downs for the second time in the game.
Empty backfield again with Boyd.
Maybe a quick pass out into the flat and let your guy run with it.
Boyd will throw. Pump fakes. Now tries to take off running. Refusing to go down. Forward progress was not shut off, and he got to the goal line. But they say he's down inside the 1. Bosse will have to take a timeout with 21 seconds left here in the half. They will have a 3rd down and goal from the 1 when we come back.
Be here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
This next play on the Bosse drive will be number 8, and they are trying to get on the board. They were oh so close here with Boyd carrying several Tigers tacklers to the 1. Knee hit down before he crossed the goal line. So Bosse will have 2 cracks at it here. They do have a timeout left to use. 21 seconds to go in the quarter. They've got Floyd Jr. now in the backfield with Boyd. Boyd will throw, and it's a jump ball back of the end zone, incomplete. It's surprising they didn't just run it again with Boyd. He's had success several plays in a row. Now it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Landon Lloyd, the intended receiver guarding him was Jalen Carter. And if you're Bosse, you're looking for something positive to go into the locker room, come away with a score here. If you're the Memorial defense, you want to keep the Bulldogs off the board.
So with how Boyd has looked running on this drive, I'd almost take my chances here to see if he can pick up a yard.
Yep.
It is 4th down. Boyd fumbles the snap. He will fall on, and it's a turnover on down. So Tigers defense keeps 0 up there for now. And we'll probably have one kneel down to end this first half.
Loss of 5 and turnover on down.
Yeah, that was the one thing you did not want to happen. At least have, if you're a Bosse fan, a clean snap and give them an opportunity. They'll mark it at the 7.
Tigers had one late substitution. Luke Brown, who was on for the last drive for the Tigers, will turn around, hand off to Ellis. He's corkscrewed into the turf for a gain of a yard, and that play takes us to the end of the first half here at Enloe Field. The top-ranked Tigers in Class 3A cruising once again here in Week 6. 42-0. Our halftime show comes your way next.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org for more information.
There is your halftime score on our Greer's Flooring America scoreboard. Give Greer's Flooring America a call, 812-471-0400. 42-0 Tigers. As this is our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive. On the west side, the Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes, as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Scoring recap for the Tigers. After a turnover on downs, set them up at the 29-yard line. Tigers go 2 plays in 37 seconds. It was Luke Docker, a 25-yard touchdown catch for Matthew Fisher. 7-0 Tigers, 9:43 to go in the first quarter. On the next drive, Bosse had a backwards pass that was fumbled. It was scooped up by the Tigers' Joseph Hickey and returned 3 yards for a touchdown to make it 14-zip Tigers. That was with 8:56 to go in the first quarter. The next score came with 6:11 to go in the opening frame. A 46-yard pass to Luke Elsperman from Matthew Fisher. It was a 2-play, 44-yard drive in 47 seconds. Dylan Kendrick made it 28-0 with 4:07 left first quarter, thanks to a 19-yard scamper. It was a 3-play, 29-yard drive in just 39 seconds. The final play of the first quarter was a 28-yard pass to Luke Docker in the end zone. His second touchdown catch of the game, and for Fisher, it was his third touchdown pass, making it 35-0 Tigers at the end of one. That was a 3-play, 28-yard drive in 50 seconds. We had just one score in the second quarter, a 4-yard rush from Landon Horning. his first score of the game, third rushing touchdown of the season. That was the longest drive of the game for the Tigers. 8 plays, 49 yards, 3 minutes and 22 seconds, 42 zip. And by the way, on all those scores, it was Peyton Barrett with a PAT, as he has still just missed 1 PAT this year. Bosse got oh so close to scoring. They had a 3rd and goal from the 1 inside of 20 seconds here in the half. It was an incomplete pass from their freshman quarterback, Aiden Boyd, and then he fumbled the 4th and 1 snap. Tigers took over, ran one more play, and we are at halftime here in week 6, 42-0 Tigers. Our Royal Express Car Wash halftime show continues next here on IndianaSRN.
And if you want to
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft.
I believe in building a community.
And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Halftime score, Tigers 42, Bulldogs nothing. Today's Tigers football broadcast is brought to you by Memorial High School, Rockabar Pizza, Carresso Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lansing Showroom, Melk, Mechanical Electrical Plumbing. Tigers football is also brought to you by Ivy Tech Evansville, Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. And speaking of the Booster Club, big night for them tonight. It is their steak night. Be sure to join them at the school for great food and fellowship and continue the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics. You can also join the Booster Club. If you want more information, you can like their Facebook account. They have plenty of Booster Club information, and hoping for a good turnout tonight, the steak night at the school for great food and fellowship. 42-0 Tigers here at halftime. When we come back, Mike Scavaro will have a few more stats from half number 1 on IndianaSRN.
Rockabar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rockabar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rockabar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rockabar, oh yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life.
I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment.
And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Carresso Landscape has provided landscape services to customers in the Evansville area for over 20 years.
The company started small in the late 1990s and has grown to where it is today because of a devoted effort to provide quality and personable service. The goal of our staff is to consistently meet and exceed our customers' expectations while adding value to each property we visit. Call us today at 812-853-6868 for all your landscape needs.
Those Casey's Dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the company. Those Casey's Dugout where the flavor's on fire.
We're at halftime here at Edlow Field at Bosse High School. As you can see on our Greer's Flooring America scoreboard, it's been all the Memorial Tigers, 42-0 over Evansville Bosse. For all your flooring needs, give Greer's Flooring America a call at 812-471-0400. And the Memorial Tigers on the strength of 6 touchdowns, 5 in the first quarter, lead 42-0. As some of the stats team-wise for both squads, Memorial, I have them for 8 first downs, total of about 189 yards of offense. They have 1 holding penalty for 10 yards. Bosse, a couple of first downs, and those came on their last possession, one by a run, one by the pass. They had 3 penalties for 15 yards, have unofficially 60 yards of offense, and 52 of those came in their last possession of the game. Again, ahead by 35 points or more at halftime. It's the IHSAA football mercy rule that was adopted in April of 2019. And again, beginning with the second half, a high school football game, if there's a difference of 35 or more points, the clock will revert to a running clock. Running clock does not stop except for timeouts, scores, and or injuries. So that's what we're going to have here in the second half, as I'm sure we'll see a lot of reserves for both sides coming into this contest, as the Memorial Tigers are going to go to 6-0 on the year and remain number 1 in that Class 3A Indiana Football Coaches poll. As again, in that poll, you've got a lot of good teams in the SIAC and the Southwest area. Heritage Hills and Gibson Southern, they're going to square off at 4 o'clock this afternoon to find out who is going to be tops in the big school division of the Pocket Athletic Conference, as Memorial, again, number 1. Also, Evansville Mater Dei, they are number 8 in the poll, as they are taking on North. That game started at noon about 20 minutes ago. Well, and our Kipley scoreboard, we'll try to get that score for you as well. Southridge also in there. They have been ranked in the top 15 just about all year. They're 13th this week. Also, Mount Vernon, they're winning earlier as their game postponed until today. So they are also in that sectional. So really 7, along with Vincennes and Princeton. So 7 of the 8 schools coming away with winning records or an opportunity to take a look at how that sectional 32 is going to shake out later on when the draw comes on Sunday, October 3rd, as Memorial Tigers comfortably ahead 42-0, as the Memorial Tigers will be at home next week, as they will host in a great showdown with undefeated Wrights, but they are again taking on Castle later on today. Bosse, after today, will then be at Mater Dei next week as well.
And Mike, I do have a few scores for you. Looks like North Posey leads Tecumseh 7-0 in the first. Halftime score. Mount Vernon leading Boonville at home 21-0. And again, some of those other SIC games just got underway, so don't have any score updates from those just yet, but we'll keep you posted throughout the second half.
And we thank Kipley's for giving us those scores and sponsoring our scores all season long. And again, Kipley's, they open up around noon, so hopefully they've got our game here on Indiana SRN, and we like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in to the game today. That was originally scheduled for 6:30 last night, but all the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference games were postponed. As we're going to take one more break and then bring you second half action as the score: Memorial 42, Evansville Bosse nothing.
Licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Just about ready for half number 2 here in Enlow Field with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin. 42-0 Tigers, and Memorial will get the football first to start the third. We gave you a few scores from the area at the high school level. From college football, IU has just taken a 14-7 lead at home against Maryland. That is late first half. Purdue and Nebraska still scoreless late first half.
That's odd to have a game on Saturday, but you know, many decades ago, because of the shortage of fields, there used to be at least one Evansville game being played on a Saturday. because you didn't have Harrison having a field, and of course Mater Dei and Wrights shared a field. Memorial and Harrison and Bosse would share Enlow Field, as North did not have a field as well. So Saturday afternoon or morning football in this case, not something that was unusual for Evansville football in the state of Indiana decades ago. Got some stats, passing stats. Probably one to give you is Matthew Fisher, just 5 passes completed, 4 for 109 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looks like the reserve kick return unit will be on for the Memorial Tigers.
And next week it'll be Wrights here for week 7, and then the Tigers will be at Vincennes week 8, and that game at Bosse Field against Castle to close out the regular season week 9. And
it'll be homecoming, which was supposed to have been last night.
Right.
It will be homecoming next. So if you get your homecoming as the Memorial Tigers, they've got their kick return team up close, maybe anticipating either a short squib kick or even an onside kick.
What sectional draw 2 weeks from the Sunday?
October 13th.
Again, worth noting that we will have a running clock here in half number 2. Bosse almost got on the board right before the halftime break. They were a yard away. Bad snap. And that is how the first half ended.
Watson the kick deep.
Middle of the field, Ellis comes over as the ball just deadens right in front of him. He picks it up from the 20. And Ellis stays on his feet to the 50, into Bosse territory. Good start to the third quarter for the freshman Drew Ellis and the Tigers special teams.
Darian Fellows stops him, so he goes from the 20 into Bosse territory. They'll mark it at the 30, so a 50-yard kickoff return as he's straight up the field, and would have had to run a couple more defenders out, but still great field position. In fact, Memorial Reserves looking to get on the board.
Luke Brown, who was quarterback for half the second quarter, will start the third under center. Ellis lines up as the running back. Fullback is 82, Jackson Bryant. And Ellis lost the ball. It's a fumble picked up by the Bosse defense. And that is Landon Lloyd who captures it for the Bulldogs. So Bosse with their first takeaway. And for the Tigers offensively this year, just their third turnover. All have been fumbles.
And the first fumble of the year from the offense. The other first 2 fumbles were on kick returns.
So one play and the Bosse offense takes over from their own 44-yard line. Empty backfield for Aiden Boyd. 5 wide receivers set. They put Floyd Jr. in motion. Low snap. Now Floyd Jr. has it into Tigers territory, sprinting up the far sideline, and he stays in bounds past the 40 to the 35 for a nice gain.
Another first down.
That drive that fizzled at the 1-yard line right before the end of the first half. It was an 8-play drive by the Bosse offense, the longest of the day. Now that the Tigers' 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Against the reserve defense for Memorial. Boyd will throw. Lofts one out to the left side, and it is picked off. The Tigers defense has another takeaway, and that is interception by Evan Helt, the freshman.
Helt, nice.
Actually, I'm sorry, it's Grant Hamilton, 87, not 83. So Hamilton with the INT is what they announced.
No, I think it's 83.
There you go. All right, so 83, Evan Helt. Should have went with my first gut instinct. Anyways, an interception for him.
Helt does a nice job stepping inside the receiver. And so back-to-back turnovers. The Tigers, instead of starting on the Bosse 30, now are starting on their own 11.
That is the third interception the Tigers defense today. And they start from their own 16. There's a fumble that was recovered by Luke Brown back at the line of scrimmage. So no gain, 2nd and 10. Ellis on the handoff. He was greeted quickly as getting in the backfield was Mikel Green. Ball actually came free, and it's a fumble recovery by the Bulldogs. 52. Marjan Sheed is holding the ball up in the air. He has the fumble recovery at the 6-yard line, and now the Bulldogs have 1st and goal. So these two teams trading turnovers here to start the 3rd quarter.
1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
I don't know, has it started raining again, or I don't know. I guess it's never stopped, but holding on to that football has been a premium here to start the 2nd half.
So now let's see if the Bulldogs can cash in. Aiden Boyd, empty backfield for him. Low snap, Boyd fakes the handoff. He runs right through the middle and into the end zone. Bosse on the board. It is a 6-yard touchdown run for Aiden Boyd.
Good job that time by the offensive line for Bosse, creating a hole. Boyd fakes the jet sweep and then takes it right up the middle for 6.
And Bosse will just go for 2 here in the situation, trailing 42-6. Might see Boyd just run it again. Nope, he's going to throw here. Left side. And the 2-point try is successful thanks to Antonio Floyd Jr. So it's now 42-8 Tigers with 6.5 to go here in the 3rd, and we'll step aside.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
After the Tigers fumble, Bosse able to cash in a 6-yard touchdown run from the freshman Aiden Boyd. Then his 2-point try on the pass to Antonio Floyd Jr. was successful. So it's 42-8 Tigers here, middle of the 3rd quarter. And a short kickoff, middle of the field. Who will return it? For the Tigers, that'll be 83, Evan Helt. And Helt able to cruise past the 30.
Calando Rutherford, first white shirt to stop him. Tigers offensively just looking to hang on to the football. 2 possessions, 2 fumbles lost.
Thanks to Casey's Dugout, a proud sponsor of Tigers football and IndianaSRN. Coming out to Casey's Dugout, Evansville's new boutique pizza place. They're located on Lincoln Avenue. Come see them for great food, drinks, and family fun. Casey's Dugout, a proud supporter of Memorial Athletics. From the 33 is where this drive starts. And it is a handoff to the fullback. That is Jackson Bryant, 5'9" junior. He's able to chop his way past the 40. The 41, a gain of 8.
Number 82, Jackson Bryant, carry up the middle.
Lloyd and Fellows Jr. on the stop. Good pickup that time. Just basic football, straight up the middle.
Tigers stay with Luke Brown in at quarterback. He's been in since the middle of the 2nd quarter. Second and 2 from the 41. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. And a pre-snap penalty. Actually is against Bosse as they lined up offsides. That 5 yards will give the Tigers a first down.
Encroachment on the Bulldogs.
And Memorial will be 6-0. They'll maintain that #1 ranking in Indiana Football Coach Association poll. And we're going to find out who's going to be second, either Heritage Hills or Gibson Southern, because they play each other at Heritage Hills this later on today.
So they were tied for second this week, right?
Yes.
Ellis gets the call here. Tough running there, able to pick up a few, just shy of the 50-yard line.
Marjan Sheed. Also Wilkerson on the stop. Didn't see when this quarter started, did you?
As far as time of day?
Yes.
I think it was 12:28.
12:28.
We'll go with that, all right?
All right.
I know it was just before 12:30.
And if you say it with authority, it must be right.
I think I have a little question in my voice. They go back to the fullback this time. It's Jackson Bryant. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Marjan Shed waiting for him right there.
Well, Mike, looks like they're in the second quarter between Mater Dei and North. Mater Dei leads North 3-0.
Camden Marks, one of the premier kickers not only in Southwest Indiana, but probably the state of Indiana, and also a good soccer player.
Say, watching him kick 2 weeks ago, he had a range from 50 plus.
Exactly. Of course, Pete Barrett, unfortunately, Pate's only junior, but Pate's a good kicker as well, but Camden does a nice job.
First passing attempt for Brown of the day, lofted out in the flat, caught by the fullback Bryant, but he is met right away. They'll actually lose a yard, and the Tigers will have to punt here, going 3 and out. Well, you're speaking of Barrett and his leg. He made a 35-yard field goal at the end of the first half last week at Harrison. That was a career long, surpassing his previous long of 34 yards. Looks like Gene Imony will punt for the Tigers. It is Antonio Floyd Jr. back to return the kick. Pretty good boot by Imony. On the move, this is Floyd Jr. tripped up as he was able to advance it past the 30-yard line. And now the Bosse offense will try to score on back-to-back possessions. Thanks to People's Furniture Mattress Outlet for sponsoring Tigers football in IndianaSRN, a 50 years in operation business that is family and third generation owned. How easy can it get for quality furniture and a quality mattress? Stop by and see the friendly folks at People's Furniture Mattress Outlet in Evansville. Boyd's pass toward the Bulldogs sideline is caught. Oh, great shifty movement by the man that hauled that pass in. 23, LaTroy Savage. He spun out of one tackle, was able to get several yards after that move. Pickup of 9 at 2nd and 1.
Got a hustle by a couple of defenders for the Tigers. As with a running clock, we approach a minute to go here in the third quarter. It was 42-0 favor of Memorial. At the half, Bosse has scored the only points. Again, we are on a running clock, and Memorial's and reserves playing really for the last, since midway through the second quarter. 3 receivers out to the bottom. Quick pass out the flat.
Boyd's going to throw again. It's caught by Dre Fellows, and he will pick up the first down. The 47, a gain of 6.
David Hinkie comes up with the good stop. They'll move the sticks.
Should have one more play in this third quarter. Tigers leading 42-8. They led 42-0 at halftime. They had a 35-0 lead after the first quarter. And a decent amount of starters pulled middle of the second.
Empty backfield, man in motion.
The man in motion is Floyd Jr. again. The quarterback keeps himself, Aiden Boyd, and he is able to advance into Tigers territory to the 47, a gain of 6, and that run should take us to the end of the third quarter.
Garrett Hamilton, the Tiger tackler.
So the Bulldogs get to the line of scrimmage, and they will not get it off in time. Bulldogs trying to score on back-to-back drives, but they trail after 3, 42-8 here in Lowfield.
Harvey here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
We're through 3 quarters. Tigers in front, 42-8. As always, each week, Mike Scavara has a list of thank yous for today's broadcast.
Both of these schools, we could not do it without their help. As coming up for Evansville, Bosse, Superintendent David Smith, Principal Aaron Huff, Athletic Director Tom Bellmare, and the EVSC AD Andy Owen, Head Coach Stephen Mullins, and Rhonda Holder, the Administrative Assistant for Bosse. Great job helping us out get
Boyd across the middle. It was deflected by the Tigers secondary, and it winds right up to Darian Fellows Jr. off the ricochet to the 30, a pickup of 17.
I think that was a tip drill there a couple times. For Memorial, as always, President Josh Rising, Principal Aaron Schmidt, Athletic Director Chad Dockery, Head Coach John Hurley, and Administrative Assistant Patty Van. Great job, as always, helping us each and every week get the Memorial Tigers here on IndianaSRN. We appreciate your viewership, as we'll continue to do so throughout the rest of the season. As Memorial Tigers, another first down given up to the Bosse Bulldogs.
From the 31 on 1st and 10. This is a design quarterback run for Boyd. He has a blocker out there, cuts it inside. Boyd right through the middle, slicing his way to the 5-yard line. A 26-yard gain for Aiden Boyd. And Bosse has 1st and goal, trying to score for the second straight drive.
Rand Hamilton, the touchdown saving tackle, but not before they get into the red zone. Mark it at the 5.
Their last score came on a 6-yard touchdown run from Aiden Boyd.
And why not do it again?
He's got Floyd Jr. to his right hip here. Snap comes from the 5. He's going to throw this time. He goes to the far side. It's caught at the goal line. And at the 1 is Darian Fellows Jr.
Good hit there by the Tigers defender, Evan Helt. And that kept him out of the end zone, and we got the receiver down.
So we'll take an injury timeout. Bosse 2nd and goal from the 1 when we return.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3. Well, good to see Fellows Jr. get up quickly after he went down after a hard collision on the reception. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Boyd with an empty backfield again. He's going to throw to the far side. It's caught for a Bulldog touchdown. Antonio Floyd Jr. 7-play drive.
Nice job in there. Just a long handoff. And Boyd Jr. gets in the score. Bosse, 2nd touchdown of the second half.
Floyd Jr. had the reception for the 2-point conversion on their last score. And they'll go for 2 here again.
The Bulldogs keep their offense on the field, going for 2.
Boyd will pass, looking right side, now takes off running, leaping try at the goal line. He is denied. Half his body was across the goal line, but the ball was not. The Tigers defense prevent 2 more from being tacked on. The Tigers still lead 42-14.
David Hinkie makes the stop.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org for more information.
Bosse with a 7-play drive, 70 yards in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Aiden Boyd flips a 1-yard touchdown to Antonio Floyd Jr. 2-point try was unsuccessful. So it's 42-14 Tigers as Bosse has scored all 14 points in this second half. Kickoff is punched out of bounds.
It'll be a 25-yard mark from wherever they kicked off, so Memorial's offense will start from their own 35.
Well, you belong at Ivy Tech with 5 terms each year, flexible scheduling, and the most affordable tuition and books in the state. There's always a great time to begin at Ivy Tech. Join them for Tuesdays at the Tech.
And even though the ball went out of bounds with the running clock rule, the kickoff started at 9:20, and we are already down to 8:45 and counting. Just about everybody probably going to be getting into this game. 72 players played last week against Harrison. Probably going to have that close to that here today.
The Tigers have their 3rd quarterback of the day. It's now Vance Alsman, the 6-foot freshman. He takes over for Luke Brown. And he'll hand off on the first play of this drive for no gain.
Did not see who carried the ball.
That makes 2 of us.
Okay.
29 had the carry. That is Gavin Holt.
Okay. Thanks for enticing our PA guy.
I looked up and there was about 10 players surrounding him, so I had no idea.
Well, the thing about Bosse has only dressed about 30 guys, so there's not a lot of reserves that can get in for Bosse. So the reserves for Memorial basically playing a lot of the starters for Bosse.
The Bosse defensive players jumped off sides, so we'll give the Tigers a free 5 here on 2nd down. Before that snap, they had Sam Merkel, a freshman, lined up as running back for the first time today. See if he gets a call on this next 2nd and 5 play. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's a pass play out in the flat. That's caught for a loss. On the reception, 46, Colin Quick, another freshman.
Landon Lloyd, their top tackle and middle linebacker, loss of 4.
So now you're looking at 3rd down and 9. Time you had a freshman quarterback, running back, and receiver. And now Alsman goes under center. The give is to the running back, Merkel, and he is met right away in the backfield for a loss. Marjan Sheed got to him. Back-to-back tackle for losses. It's 4th and long, and the Tigers will punt it away here with 6 minutes to go in the 4th.
4th and 11 for the Tigers. Looks like punt minutes coming on.
It'll be Imany who will punt. Had a good kick as last time. For the Bulldogs, Antonio Floyd Jr. will return the punt. Imany kicks it. Floyd, a chance to return from his 35. He's to the midfield stripe into Tigers territory before he's driven out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Well, stop by the Evansville Hyundai Auto Dealership for your next purchase of a new or used car. They're located on Evansville's east side. It is home to the 100,000 miles powertrain warranty and 3 years of free maintenance. That is Evansville Hyundai.
Bosse to start in Tiger territory. The mark it at the 45-yard line.
Bosse has scored on their last 2 drives. The most recent one was a 7-play, 70-yard drive. They've got 5 minutes to operate with. Still a running clock. Tigers led 42-0 at halftime. Coming near side, that is Antonio Floyd Jr. Makes a couple men miss, still on his feet. Trying to be brought down from behind. One of the Tigers tacklers is hanging on for dear life. Now we have a lateral to the big man. That's 75, Michael Green. Green out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Looked like a rugby match there. Finally bumped out of bounds. Getting there was Evan Helt. Look at this play. Finally gets out to the right. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds. Avoids a tackler there. 2, 3, 4 more. Hanging on. And then all of a sudden, Michael says, I'm open. And he gets it, and they get it in the red zone.
That was Michael Green, who
he'll remember this
line.
game.
Yeah.
He'll remember this game.
6'3" senior, 260 pounds. With Floyd Jr. in motion, we have a pre-snap penalty movement against Bosse.
6 penalties for 30 yards. Memorial just the one to hold in the first half. Yeah, holding on for dear life there was Grant Hamilton, number 87.
So now it's 1st and 15 from the Tigers' 17. They're inside the red zone. Boyd has a rushing and a passing touchdown today. Handles a low snap, tries to feed it out in the flat, but his throw is too high. It goes Mekhi Garnett, who he's trying to hook up with. 2nd down.
Under 3 minutes to go. That was very close to being a lateral, by the way.
Yeah. We had one that was a fumble early in the game. Tigers defense picked it up and scored. Joseph Hickey. On 2nd and 15, Boyd looking right side through the fingertips of Landon Lloyd, who was open. I think maybe he tried to run before he hauled it in. Pass was on target, but it's incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 15.
Well, the Tigers defensively on the year, their most points 14 in week 2 against Evansville North. A touchdown here can give it the most points, of course, albeit all against the reserves.
Right.
But that still goes against the team.
Those reserves would like to get a stop here after being scored on the last 2 possessions. They can get a 1st down inside the 2. Boyd looking toward the Bosse sideline. 5 seconds on the play clock. They fake the handoff. Boyd runs middle of the field. Head of steam. Boyd galloping, spinning. He is in. Touchdown. Aiden Boyd His second rushing score of the game. This one
17-yard
variety.
See how they go. They don't kick, so they'll go for 2.
They're 1 for 2 on a 2-point tries today. The one they converted was a pass to Antonio Floyd Jr. They'll throw again. Coming right side. There's the man I just mentioned, Floyd Jr. Able to scamper in. 2-point try is good. Makes it a 20-point game. With 50 seconds left, we'll have a kickoff when we come back, and then that will be the end of the game here on IndianaSRN.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft. I believe in building a community. And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
Wesley Watson will kick it off for Bosse as they scored another touchdown to make it a 20-point game. We'll have the kickoff here, and I think the Tigers will have to snap it offensively. The clock should run out. Hope you stick around for our post-game show. We'll have a Rockabar player of the game as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Rockabar is at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Stop by after the game or for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Their menu not only has your favorite salads and pizzas, but also other fine foods. The Tigers will move to 6-0. They'll be home against Wrights next week. And for Bosse, they'll drop to 0-6. They will be at Mater Dei for their Week 7 matchup.
And they will not even have to snap the ball.
Nope. The Tigers led 35-0 after the first quarter. Pulled a lot of their starters in the second quarter. Led 42-0 at recess. Bosse scores all 22 points in half number 2, and it's a final here for Week 6 at Enloe Field. Memorial wins it 42-22. Back after this on IndianaSRN.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rockabar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rockabar Pizza.
Final score, Memorial wins at 42-22 here in our post-game show. And we remind you that today's Tigers football broadcast was brought to you by Memorial High School, Rockabar Pizza, Carreso Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lansing Showroom. Tigers football has also been brought to you by Melk, Mechanical, Electrical, Plumbing, Ivy Tech Evansville, Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. All right, Mike Scavar, it is time for our Player of the Game, which is brought to you by Rockabar. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Who stands out for you?
Well, Luke Dockery made 2 great catches, 2 great throws, 3 touchdown throws by Matthew Fisher. But Dockery, the junior, has played well all year and has really played well in this game. And we've had a lot of good players over the first 6 games become the Rocket Bar player of the game. But Luke Dockery, the underclassman, emerging along with Luke Elsperman as a dynamic duo in the receiving department.
All right, next week should be fun here at Enloe Field. It'll be homecoming night for the Tigers. They're 6-0. They'll take on Wrights, who right now is ranked number 2 in Class 4A, and they're 5-0, but Wrights has a big showdown with Castle later on today at 3 o'clock on the west side of town at the Bowl. So hope you join us next Friday. Pregame show at 6:10. Our kickoff is at 6:30. Big thanks to Sam Doherty, our cameraman, Nick Lewis, producer. For Mike Scovara, I'm Javin Rebin, and the rest of IndianaSRN crew. The Tigers win it by 20. So long from Enloe Field. Have a great weekend.